Have you ever wondered how much money you can actually give away to your family and friends without having to deal with the IRS? Well, today we're going to demystify the 2026 federal gift tax. It really just boils down to two key numbers you need to know, and they'll help you plan everything with confidence. So let's just jump right in.
So this is the big question, right? Can you be generous and help out your loved ones without getting hit with a surprise tax bill? Well, for the vast majority of us, the answer is a resounding yes. And it all comes down to knowing just two key limits.
Okay, first up is this number, $19,000. You're going to want to remember this one. For 2026, this is your annual gift tax exclusion. You can think of it as your yearly, totally tax-free allowance for giving to any single person. And the best part? It resets every single year on January 1st.
And here is the second, much bigger number, $15 million. Whoa. This is your lifetime exemption. It's basically this huge safety net that comes into play for those larger, once-in-a-lifetime gifts. We'll get into exactly how it protects you in just a minute.
So let's dig a little deeper into that $19,000 annual rule. Because, honestly, this is the one you're probably going to use most often, year in and year out.
The main thing to get here is that the annual exclusion is the absolute maximum you can give to one person in a single year without having to do any paperwork. No forms, no tax implications, nothing. It's designed to be super simple.
And get this limit is per person. It's not a total cap on your giving for the year. So you could give $19,000 to your daughter, another $19,000 to your nephew, another $19,000 to a friend. You get the idea. There's literally no limit on the number of people you can give to.
And this is where it gets really powerful, especially for couples. If you're married, you and your spouse can actually team up and pool your annual exclusions. That means together, you can give up to $38,000 to any single person, completely tax-free every single year. That's a game changer.
All right, so now let's talk about that giant backup fund we mentioned, that $15 million lifetime exemption. This is the rule that shields those much larger gifts you might make in your life.
So what is it exactly? Well, the lifetime exemption is the total amount you can give away over and above those annual limits throughout your entire life before you'd ever have to pay a single penny in gift tax. It's this unified credit that covers both big gifts you make while you're alive and whatever is left in your estate.
And you know what's pretty amazing? This already huge number actually just went up. Thanks to inflation adjustments and some changes in legislation, the exemption is jumping from just under $14 million in 2025 to a full $15 million for 2026. That's a pretty big increase.
And just like with that annual gift rule, married couples get to double up. Together, they can shield a truly staggering $30 million from federal gift and estate taxes over their lifetimes. It's just a massive amount of protection. Okay, so we've got the annual and lifetime limits down. But wait, there's more. Here's a real pro tip. Some types of gifts don't even count towards those limits at all. Let's look at these really powerful exceptions.
You heard that right. Some kinds of financial support are just completely outside the gift tax system. You can give as much as you want in these specific categories, and it won't touch your annual or lifetime exemptions one bit.
So here's the list. Gifts to your spouse, donations to charities, contributions to political organizations, all exempt. But you really need to pay attention to these last two: tuition and medical bills. The key word, and I mean the most important word here, is directly. You have to pay the school or the hospital directly. If you just give the money to your grandchild to pay their tuition, that's a gift to them, and it counts against your $19,000 limit. Big difference.
This brings us to a super important point that honestly trips a lot of people up. It's the difference between reporting a gift and actually paying tax on it. They are not the same thing. So here's the bottom line. If you give one single person more than $19,000 in 1 year, yes, you do have to file a form with the IRS. But, and this is the part everyone needs to hear, it almost never means you actually owe any money. Let's just walk through an example. Let's say you give your kid $50,000 for a down payment on a house. Okay, you've gone over that $19,000 annual limit, so you file IRS Form 709. The excess amount, which is $31,000 in this case, is simply subtracted from your giant $15 million lifetime exemption. So your lifetime exemption is now a little smaller, sure, but you have not paid a single dollar in tax. And look, this quote from the source material just lays it all out, plain and simple. You only start paying gift tax after you have given away more than $15 million above and beyond all of your annual gifts over the years.
Okay, so let's tie this all together. What do these rules actually mean for you and your financial planning? Let's put it all in perspective.
The real takeaway here is that the federal gift tax system is really designed to affect only the absolute wealthiest households. For almost everyone else, the combination of that annual exclusion and the massive lifetime exemption means you can be incredibly generous with your loved ones without ever worrying about paying this tax.
And here it all is in one simple chart. These are the numbers for 2026. For an individual, you've got your $19,000 annual tool. For a married couple, that's $38,000. And then you have that massive $15 million lifetime safety net, which doubles to a cool $30 million for a married couple. These are some seriously powerful tools for planning your finances.
You know, understanding these numbers isn't just about taxes. It's really about empowerment. It gives you the clarity and the freedom to support the people and the causes you care about most. So the only question left is, now that you know the rules, how will you use this knowledge to shape your financial future and build your legacy? Thanks so much for watching.